This is an iterative process. This doesn't happen one and done. And not a lot of people go back into the real world and see if that mathematical equation or that model is going to solve that problem. Hi, I'm Beth Rudden. I'm currently CEO and Chairwoman of Bast AI. Here is data science. Any sort of science kind of starts with there are 3 steps, and I'm going to be reductionist. This comes from Conrad Wolfram talking about how we should teach, use computers for teaching math in school. You start in the real world and you ask a question, you have a problem. You go from the real world to the mathematical world and you perform a calculation, or you are creating a model using data, using mathematics. Then you go from the mathematical world back to the real world to see if you've actually answered that question in the real world. And the fallacy is that most data scientists suck at 1 and 3. They don't know what question they have really, or what problem they're solving. And not a lot of people go back into the real world and see if that mathematical equation or that model is going to solve that problem. This is an iterative process. This doesn't happen one and done. I bet if you go back and ask the same people the same questions, you're going to get different answers. Data is a flow. It's like water. It's not an event. It's not a raindrop that happened in that one place at that one time. It's something that changes. And we have to have a much broader view of data science that is far more inclusive, that does not put all of our hands and hats into the ring of, the very, very, very small people who understand the linear algebra behind the mathematics, because that means nothing if you don't know how, or how to test if you've actually solved the problem in the real world.
In the neighborhood data, I'm thinking about how quickly the neighborhood data feels like it's expiring. In the what is missing example, we have a few very stark examples. We have the frog fairy. No one else is calling their fairy the frog fairy. And within weeks of us sharing the results with some of the local businesses, we had people adding ice cream to their menus. But as soon as those things are part of the culture and have been adopted, people are going to look at this data and be like, your data is old.
You aligned the problems to the neighborhood, which is local, to the data, which is something that you could test, and then gave it back to people. Data comes from the word datum. It's something given. What do you get in return? So when you give data back to people, the local businesses created ice cream shops or created beers with ice cream. You impacted people's lives. That is the essence of data science, is using data and the scientific method in order to drive a business result.
And we'll see how well we tackle the bigger problems, because ice cream was the easy win, right? There, you buy a soft serve machine, problem solved, but there's still challenges like safety and like how can you, some of the advice to new neighbors was like, don't leave your house at night, but like, how do you make it be safer and keep it boardable? It is a classic challenge, I think, of how do we solve all problems at once.